Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Double Advantage D&D Show, where half of us have no idea what's going on at any given moment. It's complete and utter chaos, but guess what? We love it. I am your Dungeon Master, John, and along with me, like always, are my beautiful friends, so let's get them introduced, starting with the one and only Mr. Blazing Torchic.
Hello everybody, my name is Blazing Torchic, and in this lovely campaign, I play Malon Socto, the Wood Elf Rogue, with his psychic knives that he flings, stabs, and does a bunch of cool things with. He's got a helmet which shoots a laser, which hasn't done much yet, but will eventually. And your boys picked up a few more D&D trinkets at MCM. Yeah. Had loads of fun, but yeah, ready to play Sakador. First time in a while.
This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you introduce somebody to D&D, and all of a sudden, I mean, look at Bryce. Look at that shelf back there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at Bryce. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. Listen, Tsunami was already in deep. Okay, me too. We were already there, but I got these. I fucking reeled in, hook, line, and sinker these motherfuckers.
I still have not bought any dice. Technically.
Okay, whatever.
They came free with the box.
That's true. That's true. But
matter of time.
We'll get you. We'll get you. Perfect segue over to BryceKrispie.
What's up, guys? BryceKrispie here. I play Volstagg the Forgotten, the male half-orc druid. Catch me wild shaping into all sorts of critters and using my awesome blade Clarity to light up parts of whatever animal I shape into.
Hell yeah, go ahead and check out the most recent episodes. When was the was Clarity, has Clarity been used recently? I don't think so. It's been a little bit since you guys
Not
used
actually
light source.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. But go ahead, check that out. And depending on what happens today, we'll get to see maybe some more of Clarity. Oh no, you lit it up when you guys met the guy in the underground aqueduct area. You used it, you like drew it because you thought you were going to have to defend yourself.
But I don't think I ever said Calisay.
I don't think you did say Calisay. But either way, you'll see what happens, hopefully. Maybe it'll get used today. And last but certainly not least, Datsunami.
Hey, yo. What is going on, you guys? It is me, Datsunami, playing Araya Scald, the cleric of the group. Loving to keep these alive. Hopefully, going to continue. Hopefully not a little raspy in the voice today, but we're pushing through. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Hell yeah. Like he said, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to check out all of their channels down below in the description. Tsunami has rebooted up his YouTube. There's a couple episodes with monsieur, on there as well. They're super fun, super funny, and we got gaslit like a motherfucker, and goddamn, it's still funny watching it the second time. It was hilarious.
I love those videos. They're great.
It's so good.
My God.
So go check them out if you guys want to see us in a state of anxiety, panic, and being gaslit to hell. It's a great old time. Go check out Bryce if you want to see mini painting, mini pack openings, if you want to see one-shots every month or so. One just dropped. Technically, it's new-ish, so go check it out, and one is on the way. Unfortunately, I will not be a part of it this time, but you should still go watch it.
If it comes out when it's supposed to.
If it does. Maybe I will be there, maybe I won't. Who knows? We'll see. And I know Torchic's been in talks of maybe getting back into the YouTube scene.
Soon.
Oh, soon. Okay, there you go.
Soon.
So go ahead. Everybody's this is the summer of content creation, I suppose, so go ahead and check everybody out. Go ahead and check all of the artists down below. Mitch, Ninja, Carl Uber, and Renny, Texas. Renny, Texas is actually getting back into content creation as well. So go check him out. His Twitch has always been linked, so you can go ahead and check him out. He used to stream every year. Now he streamed twice this week. So
yeah, so I got the go live notification twice for him.
So good for him. Congratulations to Renny if you're watching this. We love you, buddy. Anywho, unless anybody has any important announcements. All right, I think it's time to get into. I'm not even gonna attempt the episode. 46. 46.
5, I think.
Let me check, cause now I'm all up in my own head.
44 written down as the last episode in my notes.
Correct. It's 45. I was wrong for the first time in forever. So
5 to go until 50.
Oh, stop talking. Anyway, so episode 45 of Double Advantage begins now. So, in the last string of episodes, the Lightbreakers went and returned from the Pleasant Greens funeral home after almost being befelled to a corpse flower, arriving back in the city, having a couple days of free time to just do with what they please. Volstagg went and visited the Woodvines, gave them some poison, had a chat, and him and Sakura went around scoping and trying to dig in deeper to this rune situation that is apparently plaguing the city of Snowcaster. And saw signs of it here and there when before they weren't really noticing it, but apparently in the slums or the scorns, it is taking hold a little bit. And Scald took his time to connect to the Dawnfather, practice his prayers, and took a little bit of a deeper dive into his new sensor that he had just acquired. And eventually, Volstagg met up with Detective Rolf Niso, head of the narcotics division for the Thorn Guard, and got some stuff situated to meet to inquire and work with the Thorn Guard while also working kind of separate to try and figure out what exactly is going on. At the same time, being tasked by Thybrick Marblemite, their friend, to look for his friend. And upon arrival to his, not shack, but his smaller abode, realized that he was not there, hadn't been there in a little bit, noticed things were missing, misplaced, a weird, oddly placed bag of rune underneath a pillow, and a ledger detailing meticulously everything that this person had bought over many, many, many months, days, years, weeks, and realized that there was no ledger for the rune, which seems odd considering how meticulous this person was. They met a druggie in the aqueduct that thought you three and your dog were a group of three and a dog that had broken previously. But he was mistaken. You went and reported all of this information back to Thybrick, who was upset, disheveled, of course, at the prospect that his friend had been kidnapped, and then reported back to Rolf Niso to talk about how this situation is connected with the rune situation, and at the end of it all, decided to set up a drug bust with the druggie known as Silmanar, in hopes to figure out what's going on with the rune situation, and hopefully to find Thybrick's friend Goldrus in the process as well. So, we last left off in the Shadowstar Adventuring Guild, where the three of you had just sat down for some food and drink and sent Silmanar off to set up a meeting. So, while you're here, what is your plan? How do you exactly figure to go about all of this?
To really.
Not to break the fourth wall, but I wasn't here for the plan, so I don't know the details.
There wasn't a plan, technically.
Yeah, there was no plan.
That's why I'm saying, well, I guess this is your time to discuss what you wish to do.
Right, well, do we bust in and arrest them, or come in and ask for rune and possibly dive a little bit deeper into the chain? What's the plan?
Is Silmanar going in alone, or are we going with him?
I think if I remember, I think what was discussed was to use Silmanar to buy it, as he is a proprietor of the drug, and to kind of either watch or just let him handle it until things got shady. I don't remember what exactly the plan was, but he's setting up a meeting currently. Okay. He just left.
Because if I also, like, we don't want, like, whoever, like, we're not trying to bust whoever slowly
right
guy. We want up the chain.
So if they do the deal, then we can follow the dealer after the deal to see where he goes. Maybe find out where he lives.
Yeah, because the hope is, I don't know, because I'm trying to think, he's going to have to re-up at some point. That's usually how the person's going to have to go get more of whatever to disperse out. So it's just a matter of I don't know how long we follow the person for. If that's really what we... I don't know. Not speaking from it. Nothing.
I like that.
I mean, it would be a wise idea to follow the guy who Silmar's buying from.
After the deal is made, we get to find him. He either leads us to his home, he leads us to another dealer. He leads us to maybe even their hideout.
I mean, none of them seem like a bad
Yeah.
way. I mean, we're grasping at straws as is. So, do we follow him now, or...? Right, just out of game. Like, is he going to the meeting, or is he setting up another meeting, which we will then go to?
He is setting up a future meeting.
Okay.
He's not going right now to buy it. He's...
Okay.
From what you understood, there's a process in place to be discreet, is that you set something up and then meet later. Instead of going out and looking for the people that are selling it, because that could be precarious, I suppose. So, there's a secret method in place as to know that it's not cops trying to... You know what I mean? There's a set little thing. So, after deliberation for, 20-30 minutes, you do see the disheveled half-elf Silmar walk in and approach your table, and he kind of sits down. You could see that whilst has always been a shaky person, is definitely like fidgeting and tapping, and he says, I set up a meeting for 3 a.m. tonight. What's the plan?
To have you go the deal. Once you get the stuff, walk away. Throw the stuff away when you're out of sight, and then we will follow him.
Okay, follow. Do I just put it in my pocket, and then where do I go?
Come back here.
Okay, and then throw it or give it to someone.
Take it from you.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
Maybe leave it with I can't think of his name right now.
Creed.
Creed.
Okay.
Leave it with Creed.
Okay. Creed. That's the him. That's him, right? Okay. Okay. So go to him, but I don't have money. So how do I buy it?
How much does a bag
Let me
How
check.
much is it?
Let me check, because I have this written down. I just don't remember where it is. So give me a second. The DM's totally prepared. I want to say... Let me see. I have it fucking written down and I'm super mad about it. I want to say it's 50 gold for one high, I suppose, for one dose. I don't fucking know how drugs work, people.
It's a good thing. Keep that way.
Yeah, right. I don't fucking know. Let's say I know this. Let's say it's like fucking 50 gold for like an ounce. I don't fucking know, people. 50 gold. Tsunami, stop reacting. Yeah, 50 gold per fucking serving size. I don't know. So yeah, he'll just say, yeah, just doesn't matter. I had it written down. I had the right denomination written down. It was like 50 per something. I don't know.
All right, I'll give him 100 gold so he can buy 2.
Okay. He says, okay, two. And then give it to Creed and then stay here. Got it. Where are you guys gonna be while I'm doing that?
In the shadows.
The shadows. There are rooftops. If you can, you look fast. can go up on the roof, and yeah, okay, so 3 o'clock, which is like 5 hours from now.
Okay.
So you guys have plenty of time to flesh out further plans, figure stuff out, what you want to do, and so that's up to you.
I definitely think we should head there early. Maybe we can just camp out on a nearby top until the deal, just to make sure no shady things happen.
Yes, also, I want to make sure I get connection with all of you guys, including you, Silna.
Connection? What does that mean?
Oh, 1 second.
Good old times. I love the door. It's the door every time. It's my favorite. Oh, there's the helmet.
Love this. Love living in the house.
Hey, it happens.
Hey man, yeah, I'm
Hey,
all the time.
nah, dude, it's all good.
Yeah, this connection. Right. I can speak telepathically with people. Like, it doesn't matter about language. As long as you can speak, I can speak with you in your head.
You could just see his eyes are all wide.
Yes, I'm cool.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
cool.
Yes.
You guys
in
are,
fact,
you guys
I
are
am cool.
cool. You guys are really cool.
Oh, I don't hear that very often.
I mean, you talk to people in people's heads. You have a sword made of glass, and your hair is on fire.
Not really on fire. It's...
Right, so... Gotta make sure I get a connection with all of you. Try to stay within a mile. Are we gonna have some on the roof and some on the ground?
Yeah, I doubt I'm gonna be a little heavier than guys.
I mean... Bryce can always... Oh. Wow. That's a first.
Who's Bryce?
Wow, this is the first this hasn't happened before. I've been knocked out of it because of that door.
No, you're good.
Volstagg can turn to a small creature. I can change height and things, kind of, sort of. I can change my height appearance-wise, I believe.
And it's
Can
probably
you?
better I'm on the ground just in case.
Boots of disguise.
Yeah, I don't know if you can
Ooh.
change it by a drastic amount.
It's
Like I don't think you.
it's like a certain amount of feet. I don't think it's like too many feet. It's like 1 or 2 feet.
I'll check.
Up or down.
I'll check. Because I know the Furbolg trait, because I played a Furbolg, because of how tall you are, you can use Disguise Self to make yourself, like, human-sized. So, let me see. Disguise Self... you could seem 1 foot shorter or taller.
I mean, 1 foot's gonna help.
I mean, yeah, you can either be 7 feet tall or 5 feet tall, so that's pretty useful. But yeah.
So that's just visually, not actual.
Not
Well, yeah,
physically,
but, like,
just
physically.
visually.
Visually is what I'm going for here. The harder I am to see,
Yeah,
the
it's
harder
fair.
it is for them to notice.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with being on the ground either.
I mean, I'll probably stay on the ground just in case.
I was about to say, I can literally be a fly on his shoulder, but more of a spider on his shoulder.
I would not want a spider on my shoulder, I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me,
nope.
me neither.
Well, I
Or
mean,
a
you,
frog in your pocket.
That's better. Okay.
We'll try not to croak.
Yes.
Or die.
'Cause I can
That's
still
synonymous.
communicate with them in my wild shape.
Yes,
right?
because we deduced that
Yep,
because you keep
yes.
all mental. It's a mental property,
Yes.
which we solved the wild shaped creatures can't fucking talk situation pretty early in this campaign. So
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Right. So am I going on the roof then? I mean, I do think I'd be alright
Yeah, I
at
think-
running across rooftops.
I think you should.
Okay.
I'll be in like a side alley.
Okay.
Wait, who's Volstagg? Who is Volstagg gonna be with? Like in the pocket? Is he gonna be in Silnar's or
Yeah.
Still no.
Silnar's? Okay.
Mine.
Okay, just a little extra protection then. Good.
Like how he has his turtle in his pocket. It'll be a frog in mine.
Wait, so is that turtle still technically going to pocket when
Yeah.
have deduced-
How does that work?
that is
We have deduced that Sheller turns into just a
Yep.
tinier version of what other animal I am.
Yeah, we made that pretty.
With the shell on it.
That actually goes back to
so
the
tiny.
episode 2. Episode 2
I think
canon
so,
is
yeah.
where that was established. Because he was a fucking Squirtle. Remember, he was a tiny little squirrel
Yes, he
turtle.
was.
Yeah, so he just becomes a smaller whatever that just like is in your
So fun.
back, on your back or whatever.
Just chills with me.
Yeah, he's a druid.
Druid turtle. Druid
that
turtle.
one.
Crazy.
Druid turtle. Never seen a druid turtle in my life.
Never seen a druid turtle.
Go check out Tales of Arrows Past Friends at First Sight. Part 1. Part 2 to come. Okay, so set your guys' plan. Socket on the roof, turtle / frog in the pocket, and skull on the ground.
Yeah.
Covering all bases.
Might go into a rat.
Okay.
A rat would be more
As a
fitting.
frog.
Rat in the pocket or
Yes.
rat in the streets?
Pocket.
Rat in
Still
the pocket. Rat in the pocket. Okay. All right. So, anything else you want to plan before the time comes?
Like right before we split up, I have something I should cast on the three of us.
And I know that you guys wanted to get there a little early
Yes.
to make sure that you could properly kind of get everything situated. So we say you arrive about an hour early. It's a very not narrow, but relatively narrow alleyway. There's lots of buildings, a big chain link fence. There's a lot of different you can tell that the buildings are kind of hobcobbled and just pieced together with whatever people can find. You know, just layers of sheet metal, different pipes, and stuff like that. It's just very manufactured and people made. The city didn't really provide a lot for this area. No grass, lots of dirt and concrete. There's oil slicks in certain places and sewer grates. And there are definitely relatively tall building rooftops. So, Sakato, you could get up on those. There's a little area, Skull, that you could duck into, where there's a trash can that you can maybe set on fire and pretend to be a hobo or something. And all that. So, what do you do about an hour to get all this stuff situated? Or maybe 30 minutes or so, depending. How do you prepare?
Right, I would like to do my psychic whispers.
Okay.
So everyone's within eye shot of me, right?
I mean, this would be right before you guys split up.
Yeah. Okay. So 4
Nothing
hours.
seems out of the ordinary so far.
One more time for... It's 4 hours, you said?
Yep. 4 hours.
Okay, Bryce, sorry. What'd you say?
Nothing seems out of the ordinary to us right now.
Perception check.
I would also like to make a perception check.
Go for it. All you can if you want.
Alright.
Fucking even Silnar will do it.
16.
Yeah, no, he
22.
he didn't see shit. 16, 22,
And 17.
17. Okay. Everything looks... Well, for a shady alleyway in a shady part of the town, everything seems normal. You can see a couple of people who are kind of huddled by trash can fires. You know, you can see that there's a couple people, chatting and playing beat up lutes that the strings have been replaced 8 times over. People just trying to make the best out of a situation, just living their lives,
So we're in Detroit.
Wow, if that's how you want to play it, sure, yeah.
This is scary.
It's I mean, people don't look scary per se. It's just they're, doing the best that they can in a place where the government doesn't look like they're given too much of a hand. They look they look happy for what they got, but people are just doing their thing here. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. In regards to that, you see rats, obviously, you know, simple shit. The moon is out, so there is a fair bit of light. It's probably looking like it's either about to be or just was a full moon. So there's a fair bit of light out here, which is comforting to you, Volstagg. But nothing seems out of the ordinary for the Scorns, the slums.
Right before we split up, I want to cast Pass Without a Trace on us, because I'm assuming we're all going to be stealthy.
Fair enough. Okay. So Pass Without a Trace, so everybody's got plus 10. Does that fade when you get out of range of you?
So I was looking at that, and I don't believe so. I think it's just as long as I keep concentration for an hour, we're good.
Let's see. God damn it. Pass Without Trace. Okay.
Maybe they have to be within 30 feet of me.
Maybe. Oh,
I don't know.
wait, it's called Pass Without Trace? I thought it was called Pass Without a Trace.
I also did.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Did they change the name? I swear they changed the name.
It says here Pass Without Trace on my phone, but I don't know. So plus 10. For each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, a creature that receives that bonus. Yeah, I would say, so they'd have it at the beginning, but they would lose it once you guys were out of 30 feet of each other. Which I would say isn't...
I think it kind of works like my, I think it would kind of work like my psychic connection, where they have to be within that for the casting, and then it lasts. Because it does have like a time limit. I'm not sure.
I would say that's fine. Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, you guys, depending on how you situate, you can be within 30 feet of each other. Like, Sakado could just be 30 feet up, or, 20 feet up and 10 that way. Scald can be, 30 feet back. So you guys can keep in range of each other, and it won't be that big of a deal. So, with that in mind, you're turning into a rat.
Yes.
So make a stealth check with the rat's dexterity, which whatever that is, and then plus 10. Scald, you can also make a stealth check at disadvantage, but plus 10.
Disadvantage.
And Sakado, you can make one as well, plus 10.
I would have to go on the roof.
I just got a solid 29.
29. Oh, make an acrobatics check to see if you can climb up there.
Okay, I'll cast that as my stealth check then, which... 30. 35? Does that work?
35 for 35 for stealth?
35 for stealth, yeah.
Yeah, 35 for stealth is
okay.
pretty good.
Acrobatics, that's a natural 20 for 31.
Easy. Don't even have to worry about it. Just whoop, whoop, whoop. And now you're up there. Easy enough. Are you disguising yourself?
Right. I know height's a thing, but what about width? Because I was thinking I made myself paper thin and lie down.
I mean, paper thin is not...
I'm just trying to
per se. Let me see.
find the limit of this guy's self.
You could seem 1 foot taller or shorter. You can appear thin, fat, or in between.
Okay, I'm just gonna go thin. I'm gonna make myself like as flat as
paper?
possible. Yeah.
Okay, so you're pretty skinny. Like, probably as skinny as Somnar, but maybe a little bit skinnier. And just kind of lay down. Are you like cloaking yourself with like all black? Or...
I'm gonna try and match the color of the roof.
Okay, so you're pulling like a chameleon type of...
Yeah.
Okay, just... All right, it's like a gray sheet metal. So you go ahead, lie down. You have a nice clear shot. You did good. What was your stealth, Scald?
Oh, plus 10, 13.
Oh, shit. Okay, so...
the plus 10.
Make a... So what are you doing? What is your method
So I had
of...
2 things I wanted to do before
Okay.
I
We'll say this is all
into
happening
hiding.
simultaneously.
So before I leave his side, I'm gonna go over to him. Okay. I need you to put on this ring. This is gonna help protect you.
Okay.
That on.
Okay.
No, things are gonna hurt less. That happens.
Okay.
They're wearing that. And poop him on the nose and cast Death Ward.
Okay. All right. So
basically, I cast Warding Bond
and Death Ward.
and Death Ward.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna take half damage any time he takes damage. Like he'll take half, I'll take half, and then now the first time he would drop to 0.
He doesn't. And that's because warding bond is not concentration, right?
Yeah, neither of them are concentration.
Neither of them are concentration.
No,
Wow.
Death Ward is 8 hours. Warding Bond is an hour.
That's awesome. Didn't know that. Okay, cool. All right, so you've done that. Boom, boom. He cannot. Or the first time he drops to 0, he doesn't,
Yeah.
and all damage is halved, but you take the other half.
And if it would be like an insta kill, like if somebody would have been like does like 80 or like
A shit ton.
150, yeah, it just cancels. It just doesn't happen.
Oh wow, awesome. Okay, cool.
That's
sweet.
what it. Yeah, let me. If the subject is still in effect when the subject is to an effect that would kill it instantaneously without dealing damage, that effect is instead negated. Oh, without dealing damage. Sorry. But yeah, regardless, he would just be at 1.
So kind of like reducing
Awesome, so-
intelligence to 0. It would just stop it from happening. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
yeah.
cool. All right. So, how are you going into hiding? What is your plan here?
Well, just looking up whatever building the Kudo goes on top of. Probably gonna try to see if there's like a side alley
Mhm.
that has visual.
Okay.
Duck behind something in there, but probably not gonna go. So.
Okay. You did get there in advance, so it's not like you were actively trying to hide from something. Just kind of actively
Yeah.
trying to find a hiding spot. So you may be seen, but make a performance check to see if you can blend into what you've
Oh,
seen.
yeah.
I'll give you advantage because you did kind of walk around and analyze the people in this area, so you kind of get some sense of how to blend into this.
Performance.
I know, it's beautiful, isn't it?
-1.
Bring the cleric to the stealth mission. Oh, Jesus
I did
Christ.
pass without trace.
10.
10 total?
10.
That's not bad. It could be worse.
There's a 3 and an 11. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Well, that's not bad. Okay, so
Just
you
like-
just kind of like leaned up, like you're trying to like position yourself. You're like, oh, yeah, man, this is how you do it. A little kid who grew up in a church trying to pretend to be a badass little. Yeah, there you go. Just kind of like, yeah, this is
Amazing.
what it's
Me.
about. This is the life. Okay, so you're doing that.
Glasses.
Sakura, you're up on the roof, prone, thin as can be with this guy's self. Got the connections in, matching with the sheet. And you are in the pocket of Silmnar. Silmnar is, I guess, going to make a stealth check, even though it doesn't matter. Plus 10, you said?
Yeah.
25 for Silmnar.
The
So-
druggy can hide better than Skull.
Yeah. Well, he also doesn't have disadvantage. So there's that. And his stealth's a little bit better because he's, a little shady guy. Anyway, so as the 30 minutes or so pass by, you do begin to realize that it's getting closer to 3 o'clock. You can see Silmnar kind of has been through this shit before. And you could tell that he knows what he's doing. Even he seems nervous and anxious knowing that this is not a normal situation and that this is a situation where he's actively working against the people he's buying from. But he's been in this position before. You could tell that he kind of calms down a little bit. You can see that the fidgeting stops a little, and he's kind of just sitting on this this crate, just nonchalantly sitting there, looking up at the stars, just relaxing. And so, make a perception check, Scald, since you're at Scald and Sakura, since you guys are on the ground, or you guys have vantage points. Because right now, Volstagg, you're kind of just in a pocket.
Right, this is
Yeah,
a
I'm just-
first. I'm gonna burn a psionic die on that.
Oh shit, that hasn't been done since the fucking Hydus tournament, probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah,
love it.
I don't do it much. So that
I got
was
19.
That was
19.
9
Okay.
plus perception, right?
Yes.
17.
17. Okay, so the two of you, you guys see Silmnar, and kind of approaching from a side corner, almost kind of, well, not like magically or anything, but just like quicker than you imagine. Just you see a person kind of walk through, and is now in the center of this cavern, kind of is standing there, approaches and begins to talk to Somnar. Both of you, being as far away as you are, about 30-ish feet, don't actually hear anything, as this is a whispered conversation that is occurring. So, Somnar and Volstagg, you would be hearing this. You see a guy walk up. So, you the one who posted for the rune? You can see Somnar. Yes, I did. All right. Well, you look like you've been through it before. You can see Volstagg, since you can see his eyes glance towards the nose. He says, "Yeah, you've been through it before. You know the deal." He says, "Yeah. Here you go." And Somnar reaches into his pocket, pulls out the 100, hands it over, and he says, 2. He says, "All right." Goes ahead and he opens up his bag, and you could see Volstagg, because you're on the same level, basically. He opens up this bag, and there are 10, 20, 30 pouches of a green, fine, crystalline powder. Kind of reflects with the moonlight. Goes ahead and he reaches in, opens up the pouch, kind of does counts, but not really, the gold. All right, seems good. Goes ahead and hands the 2 over. Says, "Good luck. Don't get yourself into too much trouble, and hopefully we don't find you dead in the street tomorrow." Goes ahead and smiles. Somnar, yeah. Just kind of pockets it, sits there for a little bit, and you can see that guy kind of looks around. Let me go ahead and... Okay. Just kind of looks about, sees a guy in the corner, kind of just arms crossed, pays no mind, just kind of walks back. Right, well, you have a good night, and yeah, kind of walks away. Notices the rat, but doesn't seem too perplexed with it, as this guy just bought drugs. So being surrounded by rats is probably not the weirdest thing he's seen, maybe. And he begins to walk away. And as he walks away, right, he was, for you, Volstagg, because you're a rat, he was a towering figure. And as he walks away, I want you to make a perception check for me.
I use my perception, right?
Yes, because it is mental.
21.
21? 21. As he passes, his visage was kind of blocking the moon a little bit. As he goes away, the moonlight kind of hits you. And as you look, you see a person on the roof, and you're like, "Oh, Sakado." And you turn, and you see Sakado, where Sakado was hiding. You see another person on the roof, kind of hunched down, kind of almost silhouetted by the moon, just kind of looking, watching. And then you watch as he begins to turn around and start moving.
I will, since we're psychic whisper, right? So
Yeah, it's cognitive. Yeah, you're good.
okay.
Would I have picked this guy up as well? Just curious.
What was your perception of 17?
Yes.
No, you did not track him. What's your passive?
16.
No, you still wouldn't have noticed him.
Okay.
And Skull, what was yours?
Not that.
Cool. Got it. All right.
Okay. I'm like, Sakura, we have another guest.
What? I'll just quickly like whip my
You
head
said
around.
farther up, right?
So the way that I like to envision it is that there's the long hallway. You're with Somnar. Scald's kind of behind you guys in the distance. Sakado's on the roof, maybe a little bit forward of you guys, and then past that forward is... So I would say, tracking it, Sakado's probably like 40-ish feet away from the other person.
Okay. About 40 feet up on the rooftops. I'm gonna follow the dealer, and I will scurry out of Sumnar's pocket and just kind of start being a rat, like walking through the
Okay.
streets.
Make a stealth check as a rat.
I still got my pass without a trace up, right?
Yep. But the other two are going to lose it now. As you are moving away from them.
Right, would I be able to... Like, do I see the guy now, or am I going to have to make...
26.
26. Okay, you begin to follow. Volstagg gave you a general direction. Probably gave you a northeast, south.
Yeah,
you know.
40 feet.
Yeah, 40 feet north would
ahead of you.
probably be the... You kind of go, you clock, and because of the silhouetted aspect, you do see a person beginning to kind of hop to and from on the roof.
Chasing him. And with
Right.
Psychic Whispers, I'm going to say to Volstagg and Scald, who I don't think Scald knows this guy's here, but I'm going to... we had a
with you.
visitor, someone not involved with this. I'm going to chase them, you guys. Well, I think Volstagg's gone after the dealer. Scald, if you want to either stick Silnar home or follow Volstagg.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick. Solnar.
Okay. All right. So, we'll go ahead, for the sake of sakes. We'll follow Somnar and Scald. He kind of gets up and he sees the rat go. He sees the dealer go. Kind of walks up, kind of nonchalantly as he's walking by you, says, "To the guild, right?"
Yeah. Hey. Grab that from me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Gonna put in a pouch, but I want to try to put it in a different pouch than what he sees.
Okay.
So can I try
Make
to
a-
sleight of hand?
Make a sleight of hand check. Yeah, sure.
Just because I.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
What is my rolls today?
Ooh.
3.
3. Yeah, you like you go ahead and put it in a pocket. You drop it. You're like fuck, and you just tuck it in.
I just.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. So, are you sending him on his way, or are you taking him to the guild?
I'm gonna personally drop him off,
Okay. So,
and then I'm taking my ring back too.
okay. So go ahead. You drop him off. This is probably a couple minutes walk. So we'll say that as you guys begin to walk, we'll go with the chase on the rooftops. So you go ahead and begin to follow. So I would like you to make a stealth check, number 1, to see if you can keep this keep this nonchalant.
Would I still have the +10, or am I going a different direction to Volstagg?
This is a different direction.
Okay. Right.
Especially because Volstagg has already started moving.
Okay. I got an 8, but that's still a 19.
19 is pretty good. I would also like you to make an acrobatics check, as you are now having to jump to and from rooftops on not very well-made roofs.
So from stealth to acrobatics with the exact same modifier. I'm gonna burn another psionic energy because I just want to be sure with this.
Okay. I like it.
Okay, so
I like it. That's why they're
21.
there. 21. Okay. Just efficiently, quickly, and almost silently, you begin hopping off the roofs, following almost precisely the exact footsteps that this other person is taking. And they're going doom, 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 doom. Are you using all the movement you can, action, bonus action, and movement?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You begin to quickly and quietly gain on them. And kind of going and you watch at one point kind of the person drops down to floor level from the roof just, and vanishes. Go ahead, and as you get there, you can see that as you have reached the edge of that, you can see that there is now a decent amount of people in this area. You can see that there's people drinking, there's people around. Make a perception check to see if you can find where this person went through all the people.
Okay, and this guy's clearly got good stuff, so I'm yet again gonna burn a psionic die.
I'm actually going to... That reminds me, I will stealth here.
Because I don't
Okay,
want
hold
this
on.
guy to go.
Let me see. Stealth. Oh lord. Okay.
Ugh. Ooh, I don't know. I still can I burn more than one?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, I can't. I can't. It says you can roll one.
Okay. What's the total?
20.
20 exactly?
Let me just double check the maths. So yeah, 20.
Wow. Okay.
He rolled a 21.
Meets it, beats it, right?
Beats it.
You do see a person sulking through. Very shadily. You almost didn't catch it at first, but you kind of are catching through, and you're watching, and you can see in a party atmosphere, one person is moving just a little bit weirdly, and you do track that person.
I would just like to point
But-
out the psionic die was a 1.
Oh wow. Yeah, he rolled 9 plus 11 for a 20. So
Psionic dice.
So you are still on the roof. They're on the ground. How do you want to proceed? Are you jumping down? Are you continuing through the roof to follow them? You do have eyes on them.
continuing through the roof to follow them.
Okay. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Jumping through. You can see them pushing through. You watch as every time they sneak into an alley, you jump over to the other rooftop, continuing to follow. And you watch as at a certain point, you're going deeper and deeper into the scorns. Going through. And eventually you see that they come to a grate. Like, kind of like protruding out from the wall. Not like going downward. It looks to be like the entrance to a sewer system. And you watch as he quickly pulls out a set of keys, efficiently, super quickly, opens it up, and is currently in the process of opening the grate and walking in.
At this point, I'm more than a mile away from everyone, right?
Honestly, probably not. A mile's pretty far.
2.66 kilometers.
We're American, that doesn't help us.
Okay.
I mean, a mile, right? Like, that's gotta... Yeah, I would say you're pushing it, but I would say you could probably...
Might be more than a mile from Scald if he was heading the other
Scald's done, but you may be able to relay a message to Volstagg.
Okay. Volstagg, shitty guys going into Great. Do I go, or...
I guess that depends on what's been going on with me.
We'll go ahead and get to that. Very beautiful. The beautiful...
'Cause I'm like,
You got a beautiful DM mind on you
That
right
was
now.
completely accidental.
Yeah, good job. Good segues, guys. So you as a rat, what was your stealth, if you remember? I know that was a while ago.
21, yeah.
I want to say that sounds about right. You
I
begin
think so.
as a rat, just guiding through over bags of trash, through little puddles, just kind of following this guy. He doesn't look like he's got a place to be. He's just kind of walking around, doing his own thing. You know, he doesn't seem to be keeping an eye over his back. He doesn't seem worried. He doesn't seem scared. He just did a deal. Didn't sense anything sketchy off of it. Proceeded on his way. And you eventually follow him as he is currently kind of skulking through the alleyways and leads to this kind of bigger, open, like plaza-like area where it's kind of gated off. There's buildings, and it's just like this wide open area where people seem to have set up like places to live, you know, little, you know, shacks, little fires and little seats. You can see that there's people, you know, just kind of sitting around. They turn, they see this guy that you're tailing and just kind of, hey, you know, everybody, you know, and he's just kind of like, hey guys, you know, nonchalant.
Just a neighborhood drug dealer.
Yeah, you know, it's just the homie. He's the homie, right? You sense that people know him, but he doesn't look to be here to do deals. He seems to be here on recreation, and you kind of just in the shadows, and sits down with the other guys, places his bag kind of off to the side, and just kind of chit-chatting over the fire with some friends. You can see that a guy over in the corner has like a bottle of beer, and kind of just with his with like his hand just opens it up, hands it to him. He begins to sip from it. He ain't got nowhere to be. He's doing his thing.
Chilling.
What'd you say?
Is it he's just chilling?
He just seems to be chilling. He's just chatting.
Okay.
He's got. Make an insight check.
21.
21. You sense that he kind of only sells when he's summoned. And when he doesn't have anything going on, he's living his normal life. It's not like he peruses looking for people to buy. It's just he does his thing, and when he's needed, he does his thing and goes right back to it.
I'm going to duck into a place that's out of sight
Okay.
and drop my wild shape.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come out. Do I need to make another stealth roll?
So you're going back to where these guys are all just relaxing.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't stay a stealth. Maybe more of a. You're trying to blend in, right? I would assume. Yeah. Performance, I guess, is that's like the only thing that I can think of. Because it's about body language and trying to blend in.
12.
12. Okay. Also make a stealth check, I guess.
23.
23. Okay. So.
Oh no. 25.
Okay. So you're kind of just
Now I have my stealth.
walking through. There's this. The one thing that's keeping you from really like embodying this is you're just kind of generally uncomfortable. It's like, it's not like it seems bad or anything. It's just like, you do know that one of the people here is a drug dealer, right? You know that the people connected to these drugs have kidnapped people, right? So you're not necessarily easy. You're very uneasy about this, but you're kind of like, you kind of walk through. What are you doing as you walk into this space? Are you just kind of walking through it? Are you approaching?
I am checking for any symbols, articles of clothing, like anything that would connect the drug dealer to any of the people around me, whether it's like a gang tattoo or something like an emblem on their shirt.
Okay. Make a perception check.
14.
14. You look at the people. You look at their clothes. There is no unity to them. There is no sense that the people here are part of something via their clothes. But you look down and you see the bag that person dropped. It does appear to have an emblem on it. And it appears to be an S with a dagger going through the two curves right down the middle. And that's on the bag.
Okay.
But you don't see anything on people. You don't see anything unusual. They're just chatting, having a drink by a fire, trying to, make it through the night.
I will probably just start heading back down the alley once I've clocked that.
Okay. As you begin to walk by, you see one guy kind of holding up his beer, looks at you. Hey! What are you doing here? I've never seen you before.
I was just traveling and got a little lost.
Now, you're real fucking lost, bud. Fucking scorns. Fucking trapped here for days when you get here.
I've been here quite a while.
Make a deception check.
17.
17. How long you been here?
Couple of days. Looking for a friend.
Looking for a friend?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. There's not a lot of friends here, buddy. Okay.
Well, that's why I came here.
What's your friend look
Worry
like?
about them. Small, halfling.
Let's see.
Or any other details.
Okay. There's a lot of halflings here, man. You looking for that fucking idiot? You can see there's a halfling face first in a puddle of alcohol. Looks up. I don't fucking know that guy. He just fucking drops right back down. And you say halfling, and the guy who has the rune on him, kind of like, with your passive perception, you watch as he like glances over at you, and his posture immediately changes. But he's currently, his back is to you. So all you watched was him going from like this to,
Sunk down a little bit.
yeah, he like trying to keep himself out of eyes sight.
Am I still in conversation with this?
Oh yeah, I mean that just had
Okay.
happened as you said that. So yeah, you're still in conversation
Okay.
with him.
But I don't think he's here, so I'll be on my way now.
Right. Well, if you're looking for friends, there's always us. Except we don't really know you, and we don't really like you, and you look a little too clean. But it's okay. And he just goes back to drinking. And at this point, you get the message from Sakura.
Okay, I'll just say back. I don't know if it's safe to go alone. That could be their base of operations.
Do I pick the guy and interrogate him, or just dive right in?
He's in there, isn't he? You'd have to go inside. You have no idea how many people are in there.
What was that spot?
You don't know how many people are in there. Like, it might not just be him. It could be several. This could be where their base of operations is. It could be a suicide mission going on there.
The window of opportunity is closing. Sakura.
Go. I need my decision maker. Right, I'm gonna clock the location that I'm at.
Okay.
And I'm going to just watch.
Okay. You watch as he opens it up, goes in, locks it from the inside, and vanishes.
We have a location, and that's what we needed from this mission.
Right, let's go meet up with Scald.
So, after some time, you guys go ahead and you meet back up. Scald, you and Somnar easily make it back. No worries. And you guys are currently sitting down as Volstagg and Sakura walk back in.
Oh. Glad you guys lost connection with you.
Had to run a
Yeah,
fair
little-
bit.
Find what you're looking.
We might have an approximate location of a hideout at the very least.
I also think that dealer may know something about our missing halfling.
Went smoothly.
I see it. We have two options. Charge headfirst to this location of the unknown. Or we know what that dealer looks like. We now know where he hangs out. The three of us together could pay him a visit. Chit chat.
Try to get him to have a meeting. But why have somebody? I don't get.
dealer has anything to do with the kidnapping. He's on thin ice.
Wondering if are connected. That person watching.
I feel like he was watching the dealer.
I think if that dealer is not doing anything, doesn't suspect. Watching. That's the highest risk. Did we lose Torchic?
Yeah,
I
his
think
power
so. I
his
think it
power
froze.
cut. He said it's back though.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay,
So-
okay.
I was just like,
Yeah, his face froze a little bit ago, and I was like, I thought it was me. I was like, oh, my internet fucking died again. But so we'll see. Okay, so lots of shit just happened. We're fine. Torchic lost internet and everything and power. We spent the last 30 minutes trying to fix a corrupted file, didn't think it was going to work, and then it did work. So hopefully the beginning part of this episode that already happened was fine.
That 20. I rolled
Yeah.
a nat 20 and I think it might have just pulled it through.
All you need to know is we used a random ass Soul Link video to fix. I don't know how it works, but it's
Gen 3 Soul Link for those who watched.
it had to have taken like the video codecs from that and put it on.
yeah. I'm not complaining. It should. Hopefully, you guys saw the first half without a hitch. Except he probably doesn't have video, which is fine as long as you can hear him. Anyway, back to the task at hand. You guys were discussing whether or not to follow the person that Sakuro saw that went to the grate, or the person who Bryce. Jesus, I did it too. That Volstagg saw with the group of people, the dealer. So the dealer versus the lookout. So we can continue finally on that. So go for it.
Alright. So we're in agreement. We should go to the great.
Yes, like I was saying. Yeah, because that dealer
Stake out of the
in
great,
his
or are we just going into?
well, I mean, I don't know if he was just using that to lose any tails. We might not even find anything going there, but
We've got nothing to lose going there first.
yeah, like I said, I don't think there's a timetable. I think this guy is for. I'm more curious why he was there, or she.
Okay, so you guys going to that grate. Okay, Sakuro, make a. What would be something to remember a location? Survival?
History.
What is
I
that?
guess.
I would say make an investigation check to see if you can find it because you're looking for it.
Well, I can't add a dice to this, so I better hope I roll good. That's a 2.
I would. You did say you like tracked it in your head. I'll give you advantage on it. Sure, why not? Because you did actively say you were trying to pin it in your brain. 5. Okay. I mean, you can. The other way, I guess, is you would retrace your steps on the roof. Would be another way to maybe go about it. Because, yeah, you'd kind of just be searching from the guild. So, if you want, that's another option. If you want to try to do that. If you do want to just give up and go to the dealer, that also works. It's up to you.
I mean, I want to know what's in this great thing.
Okay.
So, I mean, we could trace back from the rooftops.
Think you can?
Well, I can certainly try.
Okay. With this, retracing, I would say maybe this is survival now, because you're trying to retrace steps and try to like, and you were in like a survival type of instinct in those moments as you were duck, dive, dip, bombing through the ceiling and shit. So I'll let you do a survival.
The good news is I can't add my psionic dice to this.
Because you have proficiency, right? Is that how it works?
Yep. I'm gonna add it just in case that DC is nice and tasty high.
It's pretty high right now considering you failed multiple times.
So 15 plus 3, 18, 20.
20. Okay. You begin to kind of retrace your steps, like jumping through, kind of instinctually. Your body just kind of like is guiding you through this. It's less of a brain thing and more of a just letting your body guide you. And eventually you do come across the rooftop where those people were having like a little get together. You remember that's where you tracked that person through the crowd. Keep going, remembering your footsteps, kind of double backing a couple times to remember. And with a 20, you do eventually find where that grate is.
Okay.
You are seeing it from a vantage point up top, though. You would have never found it on the ground.
Well, good thing we're on the rooftops then. Right. Is everyone with me?
Are they on the rooftops with you? Because
Well,
that's
they
gonna.
can like be following. They can be following me on the floor.
Oh yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm not going up.
Okay. You guys all eventually slink into this alley, where it's kind of like this pipe, like that's like protruding from the wall, and it is currently grated and locked.
Can we see anything in it?
I mean, you can see into it, but it eventually gets pitch black in there.
So it's a grate, right?
It's like a sewer grate.
So a small snake would be able to slither through it.
I mean, the bars are
It's
wide
unlocked.
enough. You can like put your hand through the bars. Like it's like a prison cell kind of thing. Like it's big enough to like
Okay.
walk into. He just like opened it and walked in. They walked into it. So yeah,
Can
an
we,
an animal
reach
can
through
easily.
and get the lock.
I mean, there's a lock there that's like visible. Like he put a key into it and then locked it. You can
Right.
reach it. It's there. It's just a matter of if you want to pick it or if you want to send somebody in to scout.
And I mean, safety in numbers. If you get discovered, we could always hang back further back.
Say, I mean, I can transform into something small that has dark vision, like a mouse or a rat, I should say. Yeah, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and wild shape into a poisonous snake because they have 10 feet of blind sight.
Okay. So poisonous snake, just in the envelopment of energy, and easy enough you can just crawl right through the bars.
All right. So yeah, I'll slither in.
Okay.
Probably should have cast pass without a trace on myself. But yeah, I'll just slither in and see what I see.
Make a stealth check. And then make a perception check on top of that.
Okay, stealth check is going to be a 16.
A 16, okay.
And perception check is going to be an 18.
Okay. Okay. You begin to kind of just slither your way through, and you're kind of going deeper, and it eventually it T's. More like Y though. It goes straight path and then splits off into two. So,
Okay.
Which way would you like to go?
Do I see anything that would say that one path is used more frequently than the other?
With a 16, what was a 16 perception?
18.
18.
Perception,
And with your passive, you would see. I mean, you can't see it immediately, but as you kind of, because of the 10 feet, eventually you do like your body itself feels divots in the ground that feel like footprints to the left.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head down the left one.
Okay. Begin to kind of slither through. Kind of, there's muck and sludge and sewer sinew and shit. You're just kind of slinking through. And it goes on for a little bit, maybe 20, 30 feet. And eventually it opens up into something much wider than you would have expected. Like 12-foot ceiling, wide open space, and you look in and it's like its own little like community in here. There's like shacks that are built, there's barrels around, it's like what you saw outside in the Scorns, but in like surrounded in a building. But then there's shacks and you can see that there are people in here just doing their own thing, and it's like cobbled floors. The houses are very similar to what's outside, sheet metal on them as well. There's like a community living in here, but not like just living in here, like there is an actual like society. Not many people, but there's people in here.
Do I see that symbol anywhere? The S with the dagger through it.
You do not.
I'm assuming it's more lit up in this area.
There's fire and torchlight and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
And you do see that it's like through this way, and then it opens up, and then you can see on the other side it continues.
Well, since I don't know who I'm looking for, I'm going to turn back and go get them.
Okay. You kind of begin to make your way back, and eventually you see your two friends.
I'm gonna come out of the wild shape on that side of the grate, not with them.
Okay. Oh, inside.
Yes, inside the grate.
Okay.
Tell them there's a whole city down
A city?
here. City.
Kind of.
It's like slums within the slums.
Now that's. Find one.
Can I try and open the grate from the inside?
I mean, it's locked, so like if you're trying to like break it.
Well, I didn't know if like, I guess I didn't know how the lock worked. Is it
So
like
it's like
padlock?
it's like chained and then locked.
Okay.
So you would have to
like
open
a
the lock
padlock.
and then undo the chain.
Sakado, you want to try this lock?
Yeah, but I can certainly try to make this. What would it be? Is it dexterity plus proficiency?
It's Dex plus proficiency, yes.
Okay. I wonder, am I able to use my side-bolstered knack with this?
I mean, you're proficient, so I would say yeah.
Do you have expertise in your thief tools?
I have proficiency.
Yeah,
Because if you have expertise as a rogue, you get an expertise.
because yeah, you can
Yeah.
choose. I don't know if he ever
And-
chose that though.
I
I
chose
don't know if you-
stealth, perception, deception, and acrobatics for my expertise.
Oh, okay, so you didn't choose thieves tools. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, because if you did, then you could do double your proficiency.
Yeah,
Plus.
he doesn't have it for thieves
Yeah,
tools.
it's not- I'm not
Just
quite
making
sure
sure.
that's gonna help. It's,
Just making sure.
Wait, no, 7 plus 5. Ooh, I'm gonna use my side-bolstered knack. 19?
19. You go ahead, pull out your tools, go to town, kind of getting the right pressure points, and just easy enough. It opens.
Okay, there we go. Get to mark that off then, because it only gets used on a succeed.
All right, you begin to, you kind of open it, unravel the chains, and just open up the grate for your friends.
Well,
Well,
we have
no
no choice.
going back now.
Say we can
All right. Are you
back in.
guys stealthing?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on
Okay.
us.
Everybody stealth, please.
27.
Okay.
From a 6.
What'd you?
22.
11.
11. Okay.
Roll the 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1? Oh, that's just straight 1, baby. Not even that's gonna help
No,
you.
that's. Yeah, I was gonna say ability checks.
Yeah,
Natural ones.
but that's
Not this.
But I mean, the only thing helping you is Volstagg.
Is the yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, it's bad. Trust me, it's bad.
So you guys begin to walk in. Sakura, you take the lead. You're kind of looking around, kind of stealthing through, and you begin to see some of the firelight begin to protrude outwards. Volstagg, excuse me, you're right behind, looking through, keeping an eye out. Everything seems familiar from what you were in here previously. It's definitely a lot smaller than you thought it would be, but you were a snake at the time, so your perception of it really kind of didn't help. And Skull, you're kind of looking around, making your way through, and you slip. Your metal kind of hits the wall. You kind of like right yourself up. You don't fall prone or anything, but you kind of, in the muck, your kind of metal just kind of gets greased up and you slip and kind of hit the side of your new armor into the wall, and it just, it reverberates and echoes down deeper into the cavern.
Still getting used to it.
So,
Carry on.
okay. You begin to move forward. You, Sakura, like he had described to you, you can see that there is a homestead down here. Multiple homesteads. Like a block. A community. Not too dissimilar from what you previously saw out in the Scorns. And everything is made of, sheets of metal and plating, and there's, trash fires. And Volstagg had said that he had seen a couple people, and you don't see anybody in here.
Right. I'm gonna burn my last energy dice to do Psychic Whispers. And we got
Okay.
5 hours of that.
Okay, lovely. Okay, so you have that. You're looking about and you don't see anything. You're now kind of presented with this larger cavern where there's barrels and you can see bags of grain and all types of random stuff. Definitely lots of soot and oil and, slick stuff like that. But you do see that at the other end there is a continuation. But from this area, right, it is a sewer system that opens up into like a larger like cavern, and then it continues, and it doesn't look like it's still a sewer. It looks like it continues to be like a cavern. Less manufactured and more rough. Make an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah.
13.
Looking through all of this and the way it was, the two of you, though, you just immediately, this kind of just instinctual, you all begin to notice that it was sewer. And then all of a sudden, it was rocky. And then it opened up into this cavern that is also rocky and then continues to be rocky. This was all mined out. And at one point, the sewer system did just stop. Or something. But the rest was carved out. Man-made. So it's not like somebody found this and took home here. Somebody made this a home or a community. I would like all of you to make perception checks.
That dice is good. That's a natural 20, 26.
Okay.
21.
15.
Okay. Let me check something here. Okay. So one more time, what was it? All of you?
20,
Sorry?
26.
21.
15.
Okay. The two of you kind of look about, and you can see that there are people in their little shacks just kind of peering through the little like windows or the openings. They're not moving. They're just looking at you, giving you the eye. All three of you notice that there are two figures kind of on the side, cloaked, hooded, big, beefy people. Not too dissimilar from what Somnar had described when he first met you guys. You can see next to one of them, there is like, you can't see it fully in this kind of dim light, there is the silhouette of a dog. Or a canine of some kind. And the two of you kind of looking about. And Sakuro, as you're looking, you track that. Two people dog. And you remember there was one more. Right as you look up and you see a dagger flying right at you. And I'm going to roll this because I need to. Let's see. I need to see something here. Okay. That is a... Let me see. Plus 9. Yeah, that's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And because you were technically caught off guard, this is automatically a crit. So, hold on. Actually, let me double check and make sure that that's correct. Any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a crit. Yep. Okay, cool. So, here we go. This is...
Am I able to use my gloves of missile snaring?
You are. So this is going to be... Oh shit, I forgot. So that's... 8 points of damage from the dagger, but then there's also sneak attack I need to roll.
Oh, it's getting used against me.
That gets crit. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's a crit. So that's 4. So 10 points from the dagger, and then
So 10 from the dagger.
10 from the dagger. Well, I guess all of it's from the dagger, but that's just the base attack, and then it's also I gotta do sneak attack. So you'll be able to like do whatever you need to do for that. So fuck, where is it? It is.
I keep picking up
okay.
the wrong thing.
Here we go. So 10 10 plus 16 plus 10. So what is that? 10 plus 16 plus 10?
36.
Yeah. 36 points of damage as the dagger flies
Alright.
towards you.
Oh, I would have been smart to do uncanny dodge here, but already called the gloves. Oh. That was a 9.
Okay.
So 36, take away 9, that would be 50, not 50, 27.
20. Wow. That's pretty gnarly, actually.
Yeah,
So-
that hit for 27.
So, how much did it deal with 27?
Yeah, because I took away 9 from the gloves.
Okay. So, you do catch it, but you catch it blade first. Your hand bleeding. You're like, ah. And you watch as a creature from the side on the rooftop, who just finished throwing the dagger, looks at you, realizes you caught that, just goes, that was very, very peculiar. And you watch as he holds his hand out and the dagger from yours flies out as he catches it right back in his hand, kind of looking at it, seeing the blood. You're interesting. Where you coming from?
That's a conversation for another time. That was a good throw.
That's a
But
good
a
catch.
little messy. And I'll throw my knife at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Oh, that's 12 damage.
Okay, let me go ahead and mark that down. It was 12, right? He'll
Yep.
he'll uncanny dodge that.
Oh, a battle of rogues.
And you watch as it cuts him across the face, but like he kind of like ducks underneath it as it just like scrapes him. He like looks back up. Huh. Impressive. I wasn't expecting that. And he watches, he turns around and sees that there is no dagger in the wall. That's a neat little trick.
With the dagger in my hand, just boom.
Okay.
That's hitting. Yeah, that was a 17 on a normal roll, no modifier. So that'll
So
hit,
yeah,
right?
that's gonna
17
hit.
plus 9.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Right. Ooh, this man is getting all of the damage. That's a max damage roll again. 4, 10.
Wow, okay. And I can't do anything to that. I do need to do something though. Hold on. Okay. Nope. And surprise. Wait, actually, I gotta check something. Sorry. Just want to make sure I'm doing these things right. No. Okay. Interesting. All right. You watch as he takes the hit and is kind of like dazed for a second. You watch as like his eyes kind of like are like spinning and like moving around. He just like gets up. Well, you seem lovely, and I'm sure this would be an excellent conversation. But I really don't have time for you, so I think we're just gonna put an end to this. And you watch as he snaps his fingers, and those two big brooding people walk out, take their hoods off. You see two dragonborn, one green, one white. You could see that they're big, brooding. One has a great sword, the other has a two-handed maul. And you watch as from the shadows, this, what you thought was just a regular dog, is covered in black charcoal fur with big pointy ears, a large snout, and the mouth is currently closed, but you can see in the throat is this interior glow. And you watch as they approach, the dog unleashes a breath of fire at you, and the two dragonborns unleash a cone of cold and a cone of poison at you. And that's where we're going to take it next time.
Nice.
So
Hey,
you have walked into a situation and unfortunately got caught because it's called. So we'll I mean, I guess we could roll the damage now, that way you know at the top.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that. That way you guys know what kind of situation you're in.
Are they all dex saves?
No.
Oh,
They're not all deck saves, in fact.
yikes.
So yeah, I mean you guys were close to each other. So yeah, so this is a cone from the dog. Which, so the dog is going to be a deck save.
Okay.
So all of you make a deck save from that. And I am
Alright.
going to look
And I believe
look
I
up
have
this.
my evasion,
Yeah, so if you
Yep.
succeed, you'll take no damage.
which is good for me. Ooh, that is a 21.
Yeah, that's going to succeed, so you take no damage.
I
Phew.
got a 14.
14 also succeeds, so you'll take half.
Okay, so I succeed.
Yes, and you will take a fourth because of your Genasi heritage.
Hell yeah, I take half on fire versus.
So you'll take a fourth of that. So let me go ahead and roll that damage there. Okay. So that is going to be 6d6 fire damage. Not
Glad I
66.
dodged that.
Not 66. 6d6. All right, here we go. All of these bad boys. Okay, so Sakudo takes none, so that's fine. So that is so 23 halved for Volstagg is what?
That would
11.
be
11.
yeah.
Okay, so you take 11 points of damage, Volstagg. Scald, you take 5. Sakudo, you take none. Then the next two attacks are 2 other breath weapons from the Dragonborn. One, we'll start with the cold. So the cold is going to be. Hold on, sorry. Let me make sure
Please
I
don't
got
be a
this.
con.
It's a cone and it's con.
Oh no.
So con save from all of you, please.
This tiny dice will forever be used for Constitution saving throws. That's a 20.
Okay.
I also got a 20.
Okay.
13.
13 is, hold on, so what's the con here? You do fail. It's called. And this will be
It's not dex, is
On this one, I'm gonna use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
okay. So this will be 3d6 on you guys. So, wait, is it? Yes, it is. Oof. That's disgusting. That is, so 14 damage to Scald. 7 to the each of you.
Mhm.
And then with Absorb Elements, do you actually...
I still take the damage.
Okay.
But now I get at the start of my next turn. The first time I do a melee attack, the target takes 1d6 of the damage you triggered.
Okay, cool. So remember to write that down.
And then I have resistance to that damage type until my next turn.
Okay, so you now have resistance to cold until your next turn. So remember to write that down, as we won't really get into that until next time. And then the next one is a poison breath. That is going to also be a con save. So you watch as these 3, you just get like blasted like the Super Smash Bros. Brawl Pokemon Trainer Ultimate, where everything's just poof, blasting through. All right,
I
so
think I spoke too soon. That was a 6.
you fail.
I got a 7.
You fail.
Question.
We're at
Because
17.
I used my reaction and then had my turn, would I have another reaction to uncanny dodge this?
I would say, I mean, I don't think you would get your turn back in this instance, because it would have been you threw the daggers, then they stepped up, so you would be the next to react, I would think. So I would say probably not. It's my fault though for not putting this in combat, so
Nah,
it's
it's
kind of
good.
loosey. And then you got a 17 Scald?
Yeah.
Okay, so wow. Almost max. You take 17 for those who failed. And then half of that, which is 8.
Yeah.
You take 8 Scald. As these 3 beams just all in like a cone consume you. You guys get hit with a multitude of elements as you just are left there pretty battered. And we'll have to roll initiative when we come back. So, got all that damage out of the way. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully the corruption, we could have gone a little bit more, but it's getting late for us because of all that. So we're going to end it here. We thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being around. We appreciate you guys. We hope you guys are staying safe. We love you guys. Enjoy your squirt sticks, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
See ya.